Okay, all right. Welcome back to part 2 of the reaction videos with the Asp Brothers. If you didn't see part 1, check it out. The link is down below. I love when people do that. I had to do it down below.
Edit post somewhere down there.
Right here and right here. No. All right. So
I mean, this stuff is good.
Dude, I'm already on to my second, Sean. It's gonna be a rough
sneaky good. Sorry. Anyways.
no, hey,
going from
you're
a
good.
Rizzo to some Monster Beast. Good Lord.
Yeah.
All right, so we are going down the Falling in Reverse rabbit hole, and you guys just listen to Popular Monster, and now we are going to move into a double reaction. Okay,
do you feel any pressure after the first song that we gave such high review, or are you like, are they gonna like it, or like now you're real confident?
You're just like,
I'm not making any predictions. We're just going to go with the flow. But I want your honest feedback though. 100% honest.
Absolutely.
All right, so this one is called The Drug in Me Is You, and this was 11 years ago. Okay, Falling in Reverse 11 years ago, and then just recently, about 2 years ago, he reimagined this song. The new song, second song we'll watch, is called The Drug in Me Is Reimagined. Okay,
I got you.
So pay attention, sit back. This one's only 3 minutes 49 seconds. But
I might just try to drink this one in with no stops.
Oh, I thought you meant you were gonna try to finish your drink.
Oh, yeah, that's part of it. No stops. I got to drink. I can't talk.
Well, we're gonna stop the video. I need your input though.
Please take us on a journey.
All right, here we go. It's not going. Play there.
I don't hear anything.
We're not hearing any sound right now.
Oh, yep, I know what I did. Oh man. All right. Share sound. And that one. Okay, here we go. My fault.
All right, let's do it.
Now here's our real reaction.
Yeah, there is no sound right here though, so.
Oh.
I heard a knock upon my door the other day. I opened it to find out staring in my face. The feel of mortal stalking still reverberates. Everywhere I go, I drag this coffin just in case. My body's tremble as it shivers down my spine. Adrenaline kicks in, shifts into overdrive. Your secrets keep you sick, your lies keep you alive. Snake eyes every single time you roll with crooked dice. Laugh out the darkness as you try to pull me down. The kind of dark that haunts 100-year-old house. I wrestle with my thoughts, I shook the hand of doubt. Running from my past, I'm praying feet don't fail me now. I've lost my...
That was a little. All right, my fault. I was a little backed up on that one. All right,
Okay.
thoughts so far?
I mean, it's not my typical like go-to music at all, but I dig it. I mean, the guy's got a good voice. You know what I mean? Like, it's got a good beat. And
Yeah, this one's got like a little different feel to it, more like a
emo-ish.
I think like Yellow Card or something like.
If I was like shopping at like Hot Topic, like I would like this might be on in Hot Topic.
Not in Hollister.
Definitely not.
No,
Hollister.
not Hollister. No.
But like not like we're talking like the good looking like goth girls would probably like this. You know what I mean? Not like the ooh, kind of thing. But like I like it so far. I mean, it's not, like I said, it's not like my go-to, like what I typically listen to, but I like it.
I mean, I'm excited to see.
I want to see what goes.
Yeah, exactly. Because last time, I mean, it was all over the place.
If I'm being completely honest, the first song was more like something I would gravitate towards, like just how it started. But this, I dig it. Like again, I'm a '90s alternative. Like I like that kind of stuff. So it was just completely different than the first one. But I like it so far.
All right, here we're gonna get going. Keep going with it.
I've lost my goddamn mind. It happens all the time. I can't believe I'm actually meant to be here, trying to consume the drug in me is you, and I'm so high on misery. Can't you see? I got these questions always running through my head. So many things that I would like to understand. If we are born to die and we all die to live, then what's the point of living life if it just contradicts? I'm from the darkness as it tried to pull me down. The kind of dark that haunts 100-year-old house. I wrestle with my thoughts, I shook the hand of doubt. Running from my past, I'm praying feet don't fail me now. I've lost my goddamn mind. It happens all the time. I can't believe I'm actually meant to be here, trying to consume the drug in me is you, and I'm so high on misery. Can't you see?
Okay, is it the refrain, right?
Yeah.
I feel like it's super catchy. Like that could have been like a radio song, but the chorus is it's a little dark for like mainstream.
Yeah, it can't be
right?
mainstream.
Like, but
for
like when the
sure.
refrain hits, I'm like, oh, dude, I feel like this is a
Oh,
song
yeah,
like I could
yeah.
have like heard on the radio, like every 4 hours on the radio. You know, they play the same 8 songs. I'm like, oh, it kind of has that feel. But I'm
Nowadays,
like,
it's like every 3
the
hours.
chorus it is a little bit like the subject matter is a little bit dark when you really pay attention to it. That like you don't want like teeny boppers going out there rocking this, you know what I mean? But the refrain's like kind of catchy.
I'm right there with you. I mean, it's to me like this is kind of like my wife would love this song. Like, this is 100% like
100% my high school
what
days.
she loves to listen to. Yeah, for sure. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's very catchy.
This
yeah,
is not
I
your
just, like,
jam though. Typically,
I'm shocked that like from what we listen to, this is what we're
Right, I
hearing
know,
now.
I know.
This is 11 years prior,
kinda-
though.
It's
Yeah,
kinda
exactly.
impressive.
Like it's
so
it's
he's
a,
evolving though.
it's weird to see it in reverse because most of the time when you see artists, you know, you watch them evolve in
Oh, yeah.
front of you.
Right.
Watching this transition is like
Honestly though, if you think about
it's
like,
because the guy's voice, like in the song that we heard in the first one, it's like
but if you really
completely
listen to
different
like
than what
a
we're
band
hearing
like
right here.
Linkin Park though, Linkin Park it like has a whole spectrum of stuff. Like their mainstream stuff is like what a lot of people think of Linkin Park, but if you listen to their stuff that's like not on the radio, it gets pretty heavy. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I feel like maybe this has a little bit of that. This feels like a mainstream song that maybe just again, I think maybe the subject matter is just a little too dark to you know what I mean? Like like really big promotion, but I like it. I mean it's catchy.
They're with you.
I'm here to show you his range. Okay.
I like it. So far I'm digging it.
All I'm
This is
saying is just,
the vocal is incredible.
Yeah.
But
all
like
right. Look,
and let's see what
Wait-
let's see how it
wait for
finishes.
part 2 of this video.
Okay.
And I'm so high on misery. Can't you I've lost myself. You tried to reach me, but you just can't help me. So long, goodbye.
Yeah, I like it. I couldn't focus on anything else but the drummer.
Oh yeah, his
In the fucking red
t-shirt,
shirt,
yeah,
like,
his
yeah, that's all I
t-shirt's
could focus on.
incredible.
Like the
It's
whole thing. I'm
incredible.
like, who is the drummer to this guy? Like, is that like his best friend or something? Because like they clearly wanted him to be noticed, right? I mean, that's the whole thing I took away from like that last little bit was the drummer.
I was more impressed with like the female talent that was across the board. But hey,
Right. I mean,
that's all right.
they-
We're all
they-
married men. We're all married men. That's all right. We're allowed to window shop.
you know,
All right.
it's like just getting on a diet.
No look, no touch. Let's go.
But it was good. I liked it. I thought, like I said, same thing. It's super catchy, right? You know what I mean? Like,
Dude,
I
honestly,
feel
like
like
by the end of it, I was already like bobbing my head, like, dude, I can
I'm like,
crank
okay.
this in the car and just like sing the shit out of it.
Oh,
Like
dude,
that's
that's what I'm saying.
definitely an anthem
that's what I'm
song.
saying.
Like,
It's like a high school.
I mean, it
song.
reminded me
it.
like
Yeah,
my anthem, like
very much.
yeah, my anthem like punk rock song growing up was Helena from
If you had
My
to-
Chemical
if you had to-
Romance.
yeah, okay.
And that kind of had like a little bit of that vibe, a little bit, you know.
Oh yeah, I know
Although
what
you
you're
could
saying.
just like
First thing is exactly what I thought was My
Pump up.
Chemical Romance.
Yeah, for
when I
sure.
heard it, I'm like, all right, this kind of has that little bit of a feel, but like, obviously the tone is different,
yeah.
but like the same like feel to the song and stuff. I'm like, yeah, like it was super catchy. I
It
liked
was definitely like you could tell that it was
Yeah,
11 years prior
Mhm.
compared to where they're at now. Like you could tell that
makes
they
me think of different times.
yeah.
You know
I
what
mean
Like,
they picked up a lot
yeah,
in 11 years to move up to what they were doing because like yeah, that vocal from that song was a banger, but like moving on, the 4 different genres we heard in that was just unreal.
I'm
to
digging
me.
this because I've literally never heard of this band before. I don't think I've heard. At least I know
I
for
feel
sure.
like I may have heard that song before, but
you heard the first song, right?
no, I don't know the
You-
first song.
okay,
no.
okay,
But
I gotcha.
that song I feel like maybe I have heard in passing once before, but like again, it could have just been like
Yeah.
a drowning
I
to
agree.
all of the
But
stuff.
you got to admit, a
Like-
lot of those songs back in the day sounded alike.
Exactly.
Well,
that's what I'm
that's-
saying.
oh,
Like, I'm not sure if I can pinpoint that exact one, but like it sounded
Right.
very similar to that time frame.
Yeah,
But
like, yeah, Fallout Boyish, you know, like a little not quite Green Day, but like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, for sure. Like that whole genre. Yeah, that's exactly where now it's funny that we heard a song that was, 11, 12 years later. And if you listen to a Green Day song or somebody like that, they pretty much held on to that same
Yeah.
style. So it seems like they're evolving, at least trying to adapt a little bit.
yeah, no, we're all married men here. Like, does that song hit home, like resonate with you now? Like,
Not so much now.
I feel like once you're
If I was in college or something, and
Yeah,
just gone,
exactly.
like if
Like,
when I
once
just
you're
had
past
went through
that
my
moment.
major breakup, like, oh dude, I wish I had this song.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
But like we're all I mean,
We've all been there.
happily married. Like, I mean, I don't mean to throw that in quotes. It's like, it's a cliche thing, but like to me, like if you're happy, then like that's how you constitute your happy marriage.
Correct.
It's like everyone constitute different.
Yeah,
So
no, I understand.
yeah, it's just
All
like,
right,
to me,
let's move on
That's why
to.
his wife is out tonight. So
she's downstairs sleeping.
All right, we're gonna move on to part 2. This one's called "The Drug in Me Is Reimagined." This
Ooh,
came out
okay.
3 years ago.
Okay.
So 9 years after their original release.
Yeah, so this is like, if I think of my own evolution, it's like, yeah, definitely like drugs might have
3
changed
years ago, what was going on?
9
in your-
years down the line.
Gosh, what was going on in your life 3 years ago?
COVID.
Yeah,
It's
I just found
Cleveland.
out-
And we were not going to talk about cornhole, but that is
No,
3
I know
years
that's
ago.
Yeah.
I found out my wife was pregnant.
Yep.
Oh,
Like
wow.
weekend.
And guess what? I mean, hey, COVID happened and the drugs certainly change.
Yep. All right,
Right.
I'm interested. All right, let's do this.
Ready to experiment. Let's see what happens.
Okay, have another drink.
Oh yeah. Here, try the peach one. That was good.
I heard a knock upon my door the other day. I opened it to find her staring in my face. The feel of mortal stalking still reverberates. Everywhere I go, I drag this coffin, just in case. My body's trembling, sends shivers down my spine. Adrenaline kicks and shifts into overdrive. Your Your secrets keep you sick, your lies keep you alive. Snake eyes every single time you roll with crooked eyes.
It's almost like he wants to be like, listen, I've matured a little bit. Time to show off for the vocals, right?
Yeah, I mean,
like,
in like theatrical flair thrown in there, but like
I'm waiting
I
for
dig it,
for the drop.
oh, it's gonna come.
Yeah, I
very
feel like
soon.
it's just been
I already know.
building me. It's hooked me right now. I'm
Yeah.
waiting, but I'm waiting for that drop. So I'm ready.
Bring it on, Josh.
Bring-
Come on
bring it.
now.
Let's go.
All right, I just want
Wait
to
a
point
minute.
out one thing
We know
here.
it's not-
You know, the lyrics are the exact same.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that's what I'm saying.
I
Totally
noticed
delivered, completely
Mhm.
different.
in a whole
And
different.
It's in a
to
completely
me,
different feel.
hearing how he did the lyrics in this song, it's like a whole different meaning, but yet it is the same meaning.
This comes in the marriage side.
This
of it.
it comes across as like a more mature, like I've been through some shit. I'm looking back on it, kind of like a kind of tone.
Exactly.
Right?
Like
I mean,
this is
at
like
least that's what
this is
kinda,
like
you know,
into your
looking at
30s
that.
and 40s of seeing a
It's
relationship.
like the
so-
music video hits it perfectly. Like it's almost like a guy at a piano and he's like thinking back on like what happened 10 years ago and where he's at now. So I mean that's still kind of where I'm at least mentally with this song. You had me hooked.
Good. Here we go.
Sick, your lies keep you alive. Snake eyes every single time you roll with crooked eyes. I felt the darkness as it tried to pull me down. The kind of dark that haunts a 100-year-old house. I wrestle with my thoughts, I shook the hand of doubt. Running from my past, I'm praying feet. Don't fail me now. I lost my goddamn mind. It happens all the time. I can't believe I'm actually meant to be here, trying to consume. The drug in me is you. And I'm so high on misery. Can't you see? I've got these questions always running through my head. So many things that I would like to understand. If we are born to die and we all die to live, then what's the point of living life if it just contradicts? I felt the darkness as it tried to pull me down. The kind of dark that haunts a 100-year-old house. I wrestle with my thoughts, I shook the hand of doubt. Running from my past, I'm praying feet. Don't fail me now.
It's cool because I keep expecting there to be some big epic
No,
like,
there's still a
fucking
drop. though.
screaming or
No, there's still a drop. It's like
It is,
the
but, like,
first drop. I mean, it
well,
brought
okay.
you into that
what I'm saying.
tone though.
What I'm trying to say is when it happened the first time
Yeah,
and it went way softer than I thought it was. I'm like, okay, like, but then he went a little bit more aggressive. And then when it dropped again, I'm like, all right, here it comes. And it was softer than I was expecting. I'm like, it's good. I mean, because the guy's got a good voice and stuff. It still hasn't, but I feel like again, the guy, you could put different background into that. Like you could turn that how he's singing it with fucking banging head, you know what I mean? Like head banging kind of like scream up like music type stuff like in the background. But like with the piano, it's just I don't know, it's just like a more mature version. I don't know. I like it. It's just
To
I
me,
kept
it's like,
waiting. I feel like
this is
I kept waiting for something heavy to drop and it hasn't happened yet. So I'm just waiting.
to me like this is getting more of a response emotionally for me. The way that it's written, obviously, I mean more like
Yeah.
ballad format and stuff,
Yeah.
but like, yeah, no, I think this is how the song should have been intended from its
So far, I kind
original
of agree.
conception.
Yeah, so far I kind of agree. But again,
Kinda
it's like
lyrically, it makes way more sense in this setting. I feel
how
like.
can I ask a question before we start? How old is he right now? Do you know?
I think he's like mid-30s, 40.
Okay, so that
Okay,
makes sense.
yeah.
He's our age.
In our wheelhouse,
So
though.
when this song was originally written, he was I don't mean this to sound terrible. Like in the prime of his like single life, probably. You know what I mean? Like maybe he had one like serious relationship, but now it's probably settled down or is at least have established some like more serious relationship. Maybe that's why. I don't know.
Well, all right. Here's some more background on him. Okay,
Okay,
I looked
these
him up.
tidbits here.
He's 39 years old. Okay.
Okay. That makes sense.
Currently, I think for the last 2 years ish, he is dating. You ready for this one?
Yeah, I am.
Somebody from the WWE. You watch WWE?
Don't. We
No.
weren't allowed.
Our father
we
would
weren't
never
allowed.
let us watch WWE growing up,
He
so
used
it
to
never
tell me,
translated.
If you want to
Oh.
watch wrestling, he's like, I'll take you to the real mat. And because he was like, he's in the Wrestling Hall of Fame, he's a college wrestler, all that stuff. So like, we just weren't allowed to watch professional wrestling.
Okay. Well, he's dating Paige. So if you ever
Oh, I do
Okay.
actually
Find
know
out.
that.
Okay.
She's big enough that I actually know that name.
Paige.
Okay.
I will give you a little bit of a insight as to another video we might do down the road. She does star in one of his music videos
Oh, no
here.
kidding. Okay.
So I'm not going to go in any more detail, but one thing, I'm just going to read the lyrics here of the refrain.
Okay.
This hits me, right? I felt the darkness as it tried to pull me down, the kind of dark that haunts 100-year-old house. I wrestle with my thoughts. I shook the hand of doubt. Running from my past, I'm praying feet don't fail me now. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
that's
True.
deep.
I mean, we're always trying to get better, right? I mean, we're always trying to improve our life, how we were 10 years ago, like just like how he was when he wrote that song.
absolutely.
So at least that's
yeah.
how I'm like, how it hits me a little bit.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I mean, I 100% agree. It's
I'm a
it's
complete,
hard.
I don't know
hard
about you,
lyric.
but I'm a completely different person than I was 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Like I was still very much, I was just maybe barely engaged kind of thing, but like I was still very much a wild child and going out all the time. And I very much have tamed.
I want you to remember what you just said.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not who I was 10 years ago. Okay.
Yep.
Remember
I'm
that.
exactly the same person as I was 10 years ago, just married now, and
You
much.
kind of are. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. It really is. And I don't mean it in a bad way.
No, I mean
You've
that's
always been an older soul.
right.
quirky.
Yeah, I've always been kind of a little old soul. I'll take that.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
Let's do it.
I lost my goddamn mind. It happens all the time. I can't believe I'm actually meant to be here, trying to consume the drug in me is you. And I'm so high on misery. Can't you see? I've lost myself. You tried to reach me, but you just can't help me. So long, goodbye. You tried to save me, it won't work this time. 'Cause now I've lost my fucking mind. And there's no fucking time. I can't believe I'm actually meant to be here, trying to consume the drug in me is you. And I'm so high on misery. Can't you stay? Can't you stay? Can't you stay? Can't you? Can't you? Can't you?
There's a drop on the way.
There's a drop, Sean. It finally happened.
You got it.
Finally came to fruition.
I liked it. I mean, it was definitely 100% different than the first one.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was. I love the different interpretation of it. It was
1 versus 2.
I'm taking the new one.
Are you
100%. Oh fuck yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The new one.
It's a mood thing for me.
The
But the
OG
first one,
was
like, dude, I could rock out in a car driving to work.
yeah.
tomorrow.
I mean, the OG was catchy. Don't get me wrong.
That first one
Was
might
catchy.
be like rocking in my car tomorrow on the ride to work. You know what I mean? Get me fired up. But if I'm at feels, the second one hits home. You know what
Yeah, I mean,
it's
but
pretty
like,
crazy.
I don't know. I'm always I'm a feels guy, 100%. Like, so
I'm with you on that. So
Yes.
going back to your college breakup, which one would you rather have, 1 or 2? Which one would you
2.
listen to? Yeah.
100%. 2. I mean, obviously, but when it happened, it would have been 1. But it, like hits home a little bit more.
2 is the
Yeah.
one that helps you resolve it.
2 would have been
One's the
like
one
a
that
month
makes you
after I
go
was
out and
over it
make
and
a
I was out at a
mistake.
party, like trying to meet like new people. I'd have been like, you know what I mean? Like a big middle finger kind of thing. Like that's what number 1 was. Like you said, you hit it perfect. An anthem song.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
that's what 10 years ago for me, that was about. You know what I mean? Like Wild Child going out, like anthem song, rock out. And then this one is like a little bit more like I can appreciate the guy's got a great voice. I kept waiting for the drop, and I felt like if he didn't make that drop at the end, like the genre that I feel like most of his listeners are in, like, do you lose them? You know what I mean? Like a little bit. Like you're like, oh, you're fucking sell out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're fucking puss. You want
I
soft
will
the whole
tell
time.
you that I didn't see any of the followers
Yeah.
dog him for that. You know, like Disturbed, you know, a lot of
But
his
what if he
listeners
didn't
just
have that final
dog
drop?
them.
What if he
Right,
didn't
that's
have the
true.
final
That's
drop?
true. Yeah,
I'd
okay.
say maybe that
But-
saved him because it hooked me the whole time. I'm like,
No,
I'm waiting
I mean-
for it. I'm like, oh shit, maybe it's like, oh shit, okay, all right. You're
I
right,
mean,
yeah.
the hardcore fans knows his range.
Okay.
High, low, medium, everywhere. They know his range. And so I think because they knew that, they were okay with this one.
Okay.
There is another remake that he does with one of his old school songs, and that's the
okay.
one we'll do another time.
Yeah.
Maybe not tonight. I don't know. Depends on how much time you guys got.
Yeah, I don't have to go anywhere to go.
I'm
I gotta
working
go
a
home.
half. I'm working a half day
Everyone's
tomorrow,
asleep at my
so
house,
you know
so.
it is. It's,
Well, we are doing one more after this one, but okay. Final take for these two.
I liked it a lot. If I was gonna pick one that I'm gonna listen to every day, 1. If I'm gonna listen to one that I think
he wants to
more
cry on his drive
memorable,
home.
yeah, 2. I don't know. 2 is more memorable. 1, I feel like you play me any song from that time, and I'm like, oh, maybe that was the song I listened to, or
Yeah, for
is
sure.
that green? You know what I mean? But the second one was really well done.
Yeah,
So.
either one I will listen to. But I agree with you, man. 2 to me is the one that will elicit a response, like emotional response, and it's to me it was the way the song was intended, maybe before he even realized it.
Right. Maybe he grew up then. You know, he grew up over
Exactly,
that time.
agree.
And
You know, sometimes you're able to formulate the words, but you're not you don't have the ability to express it, if you will,
We haven't gone through shit
when you're
yet.
younger. But then, like, yeah, once you go through some shit, then you understand how to handle situations. That's kind of
exactly.
how that song felt like to me. So, yeah,
we all remember-
another 2
We all
bangers.
remember those
Josh,
days when-
like,
we remember those days
keep
like
going.
where we had like that breakup when we were younger, and we thought that was like the worst thing in the world. Like that was the only hard shit we'd ever gone through.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's like then you grew up, you're like, oh shit, that was it.
exactly.
That was the worst thing that happened to me the first 23 years of my life. Like, oh fuck, like, you had it pretty easy, kids. Like, so, but yeah, banger. I like it. So far, so good, man. So no pressure, no pressure.
Oh, there's no pressure with Ronnie Radke. There is none. They're coming. All right. Thanks for joining me. We're gonna catch
for having
one
us.
more here at the end, and we'll see what we can do. Thanks for joining me.
Awesome.